मैं तो दिल्ली में रहता हूँ और रेडियो फीजी बहुत रेडियो फीजी रोज सुनता हूँ.
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन.
In the news tonight, a former NFP member arrested over social media posts. Students learn violent behavior at home. And no COVID-19 cases in Fiji.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Jackie Smith.
Police have confirmed that it has taken in former National Federation Party provisional candidate Feroz Ghulam Mohammed. Police Commissioner Siti Veningilio has confirmed to FBC News that Mohammed is being questioned about several social media posts. It is believed that Mohammed is being represented by Legal Aid, whose director Shaheen Ali was at the end of a Facebook attack by Mohammed only yesterday. The timber merchant, who has businesses in Fiji and New Zealand, was last year under investigation after he posted on his social media about a coup, which is believed to be the basis of this arrest. Mohammed had last September posted on his Facebook page that it was the best time for the military to do a coup, as most of the top members of government were away. Violence among children is a learned behaviour even before they enter the school system. Education Minister Rosie Akbar has spoken out publicly on bullying after a video leaked on social media showing a bunch of students assaulting another pupil. Edwin Nunn reports the ministry wants families to ask some hard questions.
There's no use pointing fingers at schools and the ministry every time there's bullying because students are repeating the same patterns they're exposed to at home.
They bring to my schools the values that the parents have taught them. Schools don't teach violence. Schools teach the curriculum.
Public outcry on the leaked video has been robust, with some calling for harsh action. But Akbar points out the ministry's mandate is to protect all students, be it victims or perpetrators.
It's not new, and we can't say it's not happening. It's happening. It's always happened. It's still happening, and it will continue to happen if you don't break that cycle.
The ministry is very concerned about a number of cases that have been reported and what's actually happening in the schools.
The Education Ministry has commissioned a national study to collect data on the reality of bullying in Fiji. The findings will determine what urgent interventions are needed. In the meantime, however, there are policies to protect children in schools, and all schools have child protection officers empowered to report any incidents of bullying to relevant authorities. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
There are no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Fiji. The Ministry of Health yesterday received the results of 4 Fijians who had recently travelled to countries which had confirmed coronavirus cases. Health officials had, as part of its preventative measures, included as an extra precaution the widening case definition to include anyone with respiratory symptoms. The 4 Fijians, who have all been cleared of COVID-19, had been picked up during the mandatory screening exercise at Nandi Airport and put in strict isolation prior to the receipt of the test results. The Health Ministry says they are likely to investigate more persons with relevant travel history and symptoms related to COVID-19. One of the largest day cruise companies in Fiji believes operators with good footing in the tourism industry will not be greatly impacted by the coronavirus outbreak. South Seas Cruises, which provides cruise services to the Mamanuthas, Yasawas and the Malamala Beach Club, together with snorkeling experiences, believes the bookings may be low because it is off-peak tourism season. Philippine Castle with the story.
It will be the survival of the fittest, and the South Seas Cruises believes they have the right products on offer to see through this difficult time.
You'll see the operators who are strong, who are good operators with good products, you'll see them continue to operate. You'll see the operators who perhaps are not so strong may suffer more. But South Sea Cruises, we're a very diversified business. Sure, our products are going to take some sort of impact, but we are diverse enough to see out those impacts. But you know, if there's less tourists coming here, everyone will suffer.
With no confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the country, Rutherford says this is good news for Fiji and the incoming tourists.
But at some point in time, things need to return to normal. It's just a matter of how long, and will normal mean living with coronavirus? I don't know. It's going to be an interesting few weeks and probably few months.
The Radisson Blue Fiji is keeping the buller spirits high in the midst of this global issue.
Again, still the New Zealanders are still traveling, Australians are still traveling. It's not an epidemic as a lot of medias want it to be. Fijian government is dealing with it in a very good way. The country is secure. The tourists love it. So, and again, we will adapt. Moving on.
The tourism industry is the largest foreign exchange earner for the country, and operators have reviewed their marketing strategies as Fiji will hit its tourism peak season in 3 months' time. Philippa Naikaso, FBC News.
Up ahead, Minister discusses labour issues in Lambasa. An International Women's Day celebrated. Details after the break.
Natang ko aproslan kerse, go erkraki, do televizyon navarong na Radio Fiji 1, nandomo ibiti.
Radio Fiji 1 nandomo ibiti.
Employment Minister Pravin Kumar has directed his Lambasa office to find out the number of people living with disabilities who need jobs after graduating. During his community outreach, Kumar highlighted that the survey will give them an idea of how to get these Fijians into gainful employment. Kelly Vadala reports.
Several issues were highlighted to the Employment Minister and his team, but what stood out the most were concerns raised by these Fijians.
About more than 1% of persons with disability in the organization. So I thought of applying, and when I applied, there was no reply came from them.
Employment Minister Pravin Kumar has assured that they will look into the issue.
Get the list of all those who fall in that category, and then give it to us, and we will work to the employers here and government agencies to see how we can assist them.
Another concern raised by people with disabilities is the lack of access to government services.
Many people who are working at the government factory, especially people with hearing impairment, and they don't have anyone to interpret for them.
I fully agree with the gentleman's consent, and I would like to request my officers here to visit all government factories and see the number of disabled people working. And then from there we will report. We will have to find ways and means how we can assist. Okay.
Workers in Lambasa have informed the Ministry of Pay issues, conditions of work environments and the need for more job opportunities. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
5,000 marijuana plants and 30 bags of dried leaves have been seized by police. Police confirm a search was conducted following the raid on 2 farms, and more than $5,500 cash was discovered, which police believe was obtained from the sale of drugs. A 21-year-old man from Korelevu, Navosa has been charged with 1 count of unlawful cultivation and 2 counts of possession of illicit drugs. The suspect is the alleged owner of the farms. Korelevu and Namoli villages in Navosa helped police in the seizure of the marijuana. Post Fiji Limited held early celebrations for International Women's Day at its Suva office this morning. Education Minister Rosie Akbar addressed staff, saying while much progress has been made on gender equality, there's still work to be done. Akbar adds that women must never give up their struggle because future generations will look back on what was achieved by their predecessors.
Women make up 49% of the world's population. That's almost half. Perform 66% of the work, produce 50% of the food, but earn only 10% of the income and own close to 1% of property. And that's disparity.
A large number of women gathered in Suva today to support the If Women Stop, the World Stops concert, organized by the Fiji Women's Rights Movement. The women were able to openly discuss issues they face every day and also shared success stories to empower other women. Faria Begum with the story.
Women in Fiji and all over the world have been urged to stop using tradition as an excuse to continue accommodating patriarchy in our society.
Yes, in some villages there are women that they said that men are the ones who who hold the powers. So when they try to raise their issues up, they can't. So we have to step up. Women have to try and step up.
Takoni Tambua says in her village, women are always supportive of each other.
We always see that if one of our members is bedridden, then we normally visit them. And we empower them to be strong.
The Fiji Women's Rights Movement believes Fijian women do not receive the treatment they deserve.
And it's assumed that we will have a lot of responsibilities that way, but our rights are not looked after. We see ourselves in Fiji, the very high rates of violence against women and children.
International Women's Day will be celebrated on Sunday. Faria Begum, FBC News.
And Kelly joins us now with all the latest from business.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up after the break. LTA to ban import of write-off vehicles. And in growing Fiji, work on new Tamavoiwai Bridge nears completion. Stay with us.
My name is Neha and I'm from Kadavi. And Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Leading business, the Land Transport Authority will ban the import of all write-off vehicles. Chief Executive Samuel Simpson says the decision was made in January for safety reasons, as a lot of regional vehicles are being dumped here. The LTA is drafting a policy that will ensure that these defective vehicles are not imported in the future.
All write-off vehicles would be banned from Fiji. And that hasn't come into operation yet, but we will be bringing that in. There will be a brief transition period because there are a number of written-off vehicles that are parked up in fields that haven't been sold.
And Sharon from HFC Bank joins us with the latest from the stock market.
Investors appear to be much more cautious now than they were even a few weeks ago. They are not just looking at the short-term but longer-term impact of the virus crisis on the global economy. On Wall Street, stocks plunged with shares of banks and travel companies taking a beating. The Dow Jones Industrial Average fell 3.58%, the S&P 500 lost 3.39%, while the Nasdaq Composite dropped 3.1%. On the data front, the number of Americans filing for unemployment benefits fell last week, suggesting the labor market was still intact despite the coronavirus outbreak. However, in Australia, their retail sales figures for January came in worse than expected. Data showed a further drop of 0.3% for December, falling already from 0.7%. Meanwhile, Japan is likely to ease its monetary policy this month, following the path of other central banks. Policymakers across the globe face similar challenges to fend off the escalating risk from COVID-19, which has disrupted supply chains, restricted travel and cooled consumption. That's all from HFC Bank for this week. Vinaka.
Vinaka Sharon here. Today's exchange rates as set this morning. Looking at the final working day of the week, the Fiji dollar had a good day as it gained against the yen, USD, Aussie dollar and the kina, but slid slightly against the other currencies we cover. Looking at the commodities, the price of oil again fell today to end at $45.50 per barrel. Gold bounced back to $1,670 per ounce, and silver also improved to end at $17.35 per ounce. In growing Fiji, construction at the new Tamavoiwai Bridge has entered its final stages. The Fiji Roads Authority is hoping to open the new bridge by the end of May. Lena Rees reports.
Work on the bridge got delayed by a month due to adverse weather patterns.
There's one more section of beams and panels to go in. On the Lamy side, the approach roads are being formed, the diversion of utilities is taking place. Even the walls of the safety walls of the bridges are being built. Slightly late, we wanted it to be in April, but I think 12 months is pretty good for a bridge.
The opening of this bridge will bring a sigh of relief for the Lamy and the Lenevesi residents as traffic woes will ease for them.
I am happy that the construction is nearing completion, and this will assist residents.
I live in Dalainavesi, and we are very happy that this bridge is being constructed, and we know that this will help reduce travel time.
At the moment, there is a lot of backed up traffic because of the bridge. We're excited that it is almost complete, and we know that this will help get people to work and school
Following
early.
the completion of the work on the Tamovoe Bridge, the Fiji Roads Authority hopes to start immediate work on 17 other bridges around the country that are in poor condition. Lena Rees, FBC News.
That's it from Business Tonight. Jamie joins you now with the latest from sports.
Naka Kelly and good evening. Ahead in sports, Latui coach spoiled for choice. And Fiji misses out on Olympic boxing spot. There's some more coming up.
Bula, I'm Miri, I'm from Lotoka, and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Fiji Airways Fijian Latui head coach Senirusi Serwakula will have a difficult time choosing his final 15 before the first round of the Global Rapid Rugby competition. The Latui have been in camp for 3 weeks now, polishing its game plan before taking on China Lions next weekend. Vinina Rakautonga has more.
As the Global Rapid Rugby season approaches, the coaching staff have been keeping a close eye on all Latui players.
We have a lot of talent and a lot of experienced players and a lot of upcoming players. So it's going to be tough selecting the first 15 and then the guys on the bench on Saturday next week. But it brings in a lot of depth into the side, the experience the older senior players got. But and it's good for the team.
2019 was unsuccessful for the Fijian Latui side when they fell short in the semi-finals against Western Force. The team will try and kick off their campaign on a high against China Lions.
This is our third week of preparation, and there's just a few things that we want to improve on. I believe the boys are giving their all just to touch up on things that are left. The main thing is for us to try and start off well with our first round and get a win right till the end of the season.
Fiji Airways Fijian Latui will face China Lions on the 14th of this month at the ANZ Stadium in Suva. Venina Rakautonga, FBC Sports.
Winston Hill's dream of competing at the 2020 Tokyo Olympic Games has been shattered. The Commonwealth Games bronze medalist lost to Pacific rival Faustino Tong of Samoa in the preliminary bout of the Asia Olympic qualifying tournament in Amman, Jordan. Tong is the 2019 Samoa Pacific Games gold medalist. Hill lost to his 19-year-old opponent by unanimous decision. The other Fijian boxer, Chonin Davule, who also lost his fight 2 days ago. Davule went down to Thailand's Phomsap Atichai in the 5th round. The 2 losses mean Fiji will not be represented in boxing at the Olympic Games. Springbok Sevens head coach Neil Powell has decided to rest one of his star players during the Vancouver tournament in Canada, which starts on Sunday. JC Pretorius has been left out of the final 12-member squad, but Powell says the youngster will be considered should the need arise. The Mba football side suffered an embarrassing 4-3 loss to Samoan club Lupe Ole Soanga in their OFC Champions League clash yesterday. It was also the first time in the competition's history for a Samoan club to win a game in the group stage. The Samoans had local players, while Fiji's top club Mba had some overseas-based players plus a former All-Whites player and coach Ricky Herbert as their mentor. Mba was shocked when they conceded 4 goals in the first half, but they managed to score 3 goals in 6 minutes in the second spell through Malakai Tiwa, Saula Wanga and Samuel Nrunru. Mba will now play AS Venus of Tahiti on Sunday at 6 p.m. in their final pool match. Technique and endurance are what Team Fiji needs to master before the Oceania Archery Championship next month. Team captain and association president George Fong says if not addressed, these issues could cost them the championship and their only spot at the 2020 Olympic Games. Tale Materkula has more.
Team Fiji has exactly 1 month to fine-tune their skills.
Technique and the consistency is very important. You've got to have your bow arm very straight and still. You've got to have your head very still, and your release has got to be very smooth to make sure the arrow goes the same place you want over and over again.
Nathan Kirk is representing Fiji in international tournaments for the first time, and making it to the Tokyo Olympics would be nothing less than hitting the bullseye. The championship will be held over 3 days. George Fong says fitness will be key for the archers to perform consistently because of the strain their muscles will endure.
We want our athletes to be fit from the start to the end, so that their first arrow is shot just as well as their last arrow in competition. So being able to shoot for the full duration is going to be very important.
Organizers are confident the championship from the 6th to the 9th of next month at Albert Park in Suva will attract a large number of competitors from the Oceania region. Tale Materkula, FBC Sports.
Vanuatu's golden boy Roy Ser is promising a repeat of the knockout against Australia's Koen Mazudaya next Saturday. Ser defeated Fiji's Simone Ratu 2 years ago and is confident of giving his fans another entertaining bout. Caroline Itavi with the details.
22-year-old Vanuatu native Dab Tsunami will take on Australia's Mazudaya in the international 10x3 minute bout at the FMF Gymnasium in Suva.
Yeah, I am for knockout. So I just only trust God. I don't trust anybody. I trust God only. I trust God. What is in front of me.
Best Boxing Promotions Hazmat Ali says no local fighters want to fight Sir since his knockout win against Simone Ratu in 2018. Ali says this is the reason why Australia's Mazudaya was invited for this bout.
Both are quite strong, so some boxers don't want to take risks by fighting, but I hope they'll fight later, sometime later they'll fight in them.
The main supporting fight will feature former Fijian bantamweight champion Krishna Kumar take on veteran junior Reza Ali for the super featherweight title. There will be 10 professional boxers from 5 different countries: Australia, New Zealand, Samoa, Vanuatu and Fiji. Caroline Itavi, FBC Sports.
Today's play of the day, Manchester United's Luke Shaw opening up the scoring against Wayne Rooney's Derby County with this lucky strike in their 3-0 win. That's it from sports tonight. Angie joins you with weather later on, and in new media, the wait is over as the Samsung Galaxy S20 is launched in Fiji. Find out more after the break.
In new media tonight, Fijians can now have their own high-resolution, once-in-a-lifetime shots with the new Samsung Galaxy S20 series. Telecommunication company Vodafone Fiji was the first to launch the series in Suva today. Kritika Kumar reports.
Vodafone Fiji has taken a massive leap forward in resolution and zoom for mobile photography, as the 3 S20 series are designed around a revolutionary camera experience.
It has got good videography, good photography because of the excellent camera that it has, and also the 8K video recording that it actually does, and the 120 megahertz refresh rate on the screen.
The first customer to pre-order was overjoyed to hold the S20 and intends to capture moments in super sharp resolution.
With everyone being a reporter these days, I'm really sure I'll be looking forward to seeing how all that operates as well. I'm not one who's into taking a lot of photos, but yeah, that's something that I can teach myself by myself.
Sachida Kumar, a business owner, was surprised as his son took part in a texting promotion and won the latest gadget, which will be utilized in his business.
And the integrated features like, you can integrate your Excel and Word into it. And also the memory is large. Photographs, I can take photos and upload it on Facebook. So it's a total package which I needed to effectively run my business.
The 20 in S20 refers to 2020 as Samsung decided to swap from version numbers to years. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
And our favourite weather girl, Angie, joins us now with all the latest.
Bula, and welcome to the Weather World. It's Friday and what a day. It's pretty cool because for some places the sun wasn't so present. Well, hope your great Friday was marvelous. Of course it was. In the west, sunny spells is a bit impressed this side, so you're pretty lucky. Eastwards from Peck Harbour to Suva, conditions have changed for a bit. There is cloudy period circulating. The night will see showers. Time to sleep in as it's the weekend. And up north, it was cool without any sign of rain. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots. Since it's a bit windy, the seas will be rough. For the tides, low tide at 9:16 p.m. with high tide at 3:30 a.m. Sunrise at 6:06. For tomorrow, showers surrounding. Looks like a wet weekend. I wasn't looking forward to it at all. Tomorrow's stems, the north and the west takes it away again. Yes, it's Lautoka and Lambasa with highs of 32 degrees. And looking further on to Sunday, the resting and do what you love day. We still have light showers. Not my kind of weekend, but anyways, you have fun, enjoy, and be safe. And that's all I have from my end. It's back to the beautiful Jackie.
Thanks so much for that, Angie. In Fiji on Pulse, we asked, can Fiji make a comeback in Vancouver this weekend?
Yes, I think Fiji can win because it's a good team.
Of course, Fiji can win. They've proven it in past tournaments that they can win. So they've got the combination there, and the players who have already done the job for Fiji.
Yes, Fiji can win. Fiji is the best.
I believe Fiji can win this weekend's Vancouver Sevens. I think Tuimamba might be out, but I also know that the Fijian team has a fighting spirit to win this tournament.
I'm really hoping that Fiji can win the tournament this weekend. Yes, they made mistakes that cost them the final last weekend, but I have faith in this Fiji team to win the Vancouver Sevens.
I have confidence in Fiji team, and I've seen their past games. They've done very well, all their skills they've shown.
I believe Fiji can win it. Maybe if they work on just defenses and maybe stamina, that will be a key role for them to win the Sevens.
Yes, because they have their best player.
In the world of the weird and the wonderful, a London-based artist is creating a collection of clothes made from human hair. Recapping the main stories for tonight, former NFP member arrested over social media posts. Students learn violent behaviour at home, and no COVID-19 cases in Fiji. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question this week we're asking, should students involved in bullying face criminal charges? Visit our FBC website to answer. And our shot of the day sent in by Meli Morkalo, captured in Nandi. And you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News, our Twitter page at FBC_news, or simply hashtag FBC News. That was the FBC News for tonight. From the team and I, have a safe and enjoyable weekend. Bye for now.
Bula, I'm Miri, I'm from Lautoka, and I love Gold FM because they play all my classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.